Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to our channel. I am passionate about today's topic. Who were preparing for JEE and Eamcet, some of the most important chapters in physics. Now I am going to describe about mechanics. In mechanics, kinematics, laws of motion, work power energy, rotational motion, gravitation, simple harmonic motion. And now let us discuss about kinematics, the study of the motion of object without considering the force that causes the motion. Kinematics plays that main role: position, displacement, velocity. Laws of motion. Newton's law of motion are the three fundamental principles in physics that describes relationship between the motion of an object and the force acting upon it. Three laws of motion. First law of motion will be described about laws of inertia. Second law of motion describes that laws of force and acceleration. Third law of motion, law of action and reaction. Work power energy. Work power and energy are interconnected concept in physics that describes how forces interact with object and system. Work is done when a force is applied to an object causing it to move in the direction of the force. Work is calculated in work equal to force into distance and it represented as joules. Work is a scalar quantity and has no direction and magnitude. The force and displacement must be in same direction for work to be done. Power. Power is the rate at which work is done or energy is transferred. Power is calculated in work by time. It is represented as watt. Power is a scalar quantity. A higher power rated means work is done or energy is transferred more quickly. Energy. Energy is the capacity to do work. It exists in various forms such as kinetic energy, potential energy, thermal energy. It is represented in joules. Rotational motion, also known as scalar motion or rotatory motion, is the movement of an object around a central axis. This axis can be fixed or moving around the object can rotate in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. Angular displacement. The angle through which an object rotates, measured in radians. Angular velocity. The rate of change of angular displacement, measured in radians per second. Angular acceleration. The rate of change of angular velocity, measured in radians per second square. Torque. The rotational equivalent of force, a measure of how efficient of force can be caused, measured in Newton meters. Moment of inertia. A movement of an object resistance to rotational acceleration depends on the object mass distribution and shape. Gravitation. Gravitation is also known as gravity, is a natural phenomena by which all things with mass or energy are brought gravity towards. Gravitational constants approx 6.67430 into 10 to the power of minus 10. It is one of the four fundamental forces in the universe. Fundamental forces. Gravitation is fundamental force of nature. Attractive force. It always on attractive force pulling object towards each other. Universal. It acts between any two objects with mass regardless of their size or composition. Weak forces. While it governs the large scale structure of the universe, it's the weakest of the fundamental forces. Long range forces. Its effects can be felt over vast distance, although the force weakness with increasing distance. Simple harmonic motion is a type of periodic motion where an object oscillates back and forth around a central point, with the force acting on the object always directed towards the point and proportional to the displacement. Repetitive motion. The motion repeats itself after a fixed time interval known as the period. Restoring force. A force always acts to restore the object to its equilibrium position. The force is directly proportional to displacement and acts in opposite direction. Sinusoidal motion. The displacement, velocity and acceleration of the object can be described by sinusoidal function.